Hey everyone, welcome back to our neuroscience journey. In our last video, we broke down the nervous system, but now we're zooming all the way into the neuron, the basic building block of your brain and nervous system. A neuron is a specialized cell that sends and receives information using electrical and chemical signals. Your brain contains about 86 billion neurons, and together they form complex networks that control every thought, emotion, movement, and sensation. Let's break down the main parts of a typical neuron. First, we have the dendrites. These are branch-like extensions that receive signals from other neurons. They act like antennas, pulling in chemical messages from the synapse. Next, we have the cell body, or soma. This contains the nucleus and other organelles. It integrates signals from the dendrites and makes decisions about whether to pass along a message. Then we have the axon, a long cable-like extension that sends signals away from the cell body. Some axons are over a meter long, like those running from your spinal cord to your toes. And then we have the myelin sheath, a fatty layer that wraps around the axon, produced by glial cells, Schwann cells in the PNS, and oligodendrocytes in the CNS. Its function speeds up the electrical signal like insulation on a wire. Next, we have the nodes of Ranvier. These are gaps between the myelin segments, where the electrical signal jumps. It is a process called saltatory conduction. And finally, we have the axon terminals, or the synaptic buttons. This is the endpoints of the axon. They release neurotransmitters to communicate with other neurons, muscles, or glands. Neurons use a mix of electrical signals called action potentials and chemical messengers called neurotransmitters to communicate. We'll dive deep into how it works in the next episode, but for now, just know that neurons talk to each other across synapses. These are tiny gaps where the neurotransmitters cross from one neuron to the next. Not all neurons are the same. Let's look at three main functional types. First, we have the sensory neurons, or afferent neurons. These carry information from the body to the CNS. An example of this is touching a hot stove sends a signal to your brain through sensory neurons. Then we have motor neurons, or efferent neurons. These carry commands from the CNS to the muscles or glands. An example of this is they tell your hand to pull away from that hot stove. And finally, we have interneurons. These are found mostly in the brain and spinal cord. These connect the sensory and motor neurons. They are involved in reflexes and higher brain functions like thinking and learning. There are also structural classifications like unipolar, bipolar, and multipolar, depending on how the parts of the neurons are arranged. Neurons may be the star of the show, but they can't do it all alone. They rely on glial cells, the support team of the nervous system. Glia help nourish neurons, clean up waste, and form myelin sheath. We'll talk more about glial cells in a future video, but remember, neurons and glial are essential. Let's do a quick recap. Neurons are the basic units of the nervous system. They have dendrites, a cell body, an axon, and an axon terminals. They communicate via electrical impulses and neurotransmitters. They are sensory, motor, and interneurons. Neurons work closely with glial cells for support. In the next video, we'll explore how neurons actually send signals, diving into the action potential and synaptic transmission. Thanks for watching, and remember, every thought starts with a spark.